So the problem with this one is you can see there, the shell is aligned, but there's a noise. So customer ride this unit and it makes a noise. So I'm gonna find out where the noise is coming from. When you ride, it's kind of make a touching noise. And when you look close at the rim, let's put that down. Okay, so lay flat on the ground. So when you turn the wheel, everything sounds perfectly okay without any problem. But when you ride, okay, the rider is 15 stone, so he's a quite heavy dude. You see there? There's sign of scratching, touching. So the motor hub is actually touching the shell or touching something. You see there? And here. So we're gonna find out what is actually touching. Obviously, when it touch, it makes a noise and it's annoying. And it only happens when you're heavy riding this wheel. I mean, I am 12 stone. I don't have problem when I ride it. It doesn't make noise. But customers is 15 stone and it makes a noise. Let's find out what the problem is. The Sherman is on the bench and see there, 3000 watt motor. It looks like 3000 watt. The hub, if you look carefully, the rim is quite strong. See that thickness of this pole is quite thick. And it's got reinforced on the sides as well. So you got this rim coming down here, so it's got that V shape or triangle shape and a thick rod and a reinforced on the side. So this rim is definitely very strong. And the but by looking at this, the EX30 rim is more stronger, it's more thicker and more meaty on the EX30. The Sherman S is meaty and strong as well, but not as strong as the EX30 by the look at it. Yeah, so it's a nice black rim motor. Again, the tire is the Kenda. This one is Kenda, not CST, so it's rounder. So when you carve, you get a better feel on the Kenda. Same size, 2.75-14. Yeah, this is a standard Kenda tire. Well, can you say okay? The cover, the bottom cover, so it's quite nicely round off, which looks quite nice. And the cables are inside the cover, so it's hidden away, so it's not exposed, which is good. I mean the Sherman batteries are all the same because you've got a pack coming down here, and there's a linkage to the second pack. I mean, they've always been designed like that, the design of the battery, and it's been very reliable. So, you know, Sherman owner will know that the batteries are very reliable, and they always have this cable, but this is covered inside there, so this is all covered up, and it's under this looks like it's alloy cover, and then you've got the plastic cover. Yeah, I think it's plastic, or maybe it's alloy. So it's very strong. It feels solid and strong and thick. Yeah, so it's very thick. So we're gonna have a look at that. Let's open it up. There you go. So this bottom cover, you can see the plastic is quite thick. So we measure that thickness. Yeah, it's about 5mm thick. And on the top there, it's around that 4mm. So it's a very strong protector. So this doesn't break that easily because it's you know, the quality plastic. It feels quality. So I don't have problem with this at all. Protecting this cover here. So I mean, yeah. A lot of people say there's a problem with that cable hanging down here, but because of you can see the design, the suspension is all along here, and the linkage on the battery, if it has to link over, and then you only got one plug rather than two plug. We'll look inside and we'll see. So this is all covered up. Looks like it's magnesium alloy, and you see there's some sign of rubbing there. Okay, on the suspension there, signs of rubbing there. Yeah, so let's open the shell up and have a look. Okay, so I know where the noise is coming from. So basically on the Sherman S, this is a plastic mudguard, and it's mounting onto this plastic rail here, and there's nothing to hold it apart from the yeah, there's nothing. It's just freestanding. So the only bit is holding it is down here on the bottom. So you got a plastic coming up here, and you got the mudguard going round here, the fender. Okay, so the mudguard goes along here, and there's nothing to hold it there. It's only held on by the axle. So obviously this is gonna move left and right. If there's nothing. So if you look at that, so the motor cable, yeah, so this suspension goes up and down, and this is a thick cable here, so that's gonna bend, but there's a lot of force bending that cable, so it's either gonna shift left or right. So in this case, it's shifting to the left. So when it shifts to the left, and this goes down, and see there, so if you shift to the left like that, and what happens is when the wheels are running, and it touches the mudguard there, which is causing that problem. So although there is a 5mm there, or 3mm, right inside there, I can see about 3mm. And when this turns, this bends, and the hub touches. So that's your problem. So there's nothing holding there, which is a little bit stupid design here. So yeah, because this is a plastic and it's not made of metal, so it moves a lot more. And also there's some signs of yeah, going up and down here, which is rubbing against here. So it's rubbed all the paint off, so the paint layer is gone. So now it's metal touching metal, so the paint is gone. So so this is the suspension hose on there. So that's supposed to be quite solid, but because of the weight, you still get a bit of bending, you know, and that's where it's touching. It's different on the Commander Pro. Commander Pro's got the rollers that slides up and down here, but on the Sherman it hasn't got roller. It's just metal, grinding metal. So I would say the Commander is better on this bit, but the Commander suspension is no good. So this is a much better suspension on the Sherman. So Sherman, better suspension, but the clip on the bottom is not that great. Metal against metal. And the bolt, how they bolt it. So it's got 4 bolts holding the suspension. What's holding the other one? yeah. There you go. So that's the problem. So how are we gonna straighten that? Okay, so the problem I suspect is there's a bit of scratches there on the back, and we look carefully. There's some rubber seal there, and this bit here, it's actually raised up. If we look carefully, so it's raised up, so that's where it's probably touching, and that is flat here. That is nice and flat and level, but this bit is raised up. So I think that is causing a problem. So this is the battery pack inside the Sherman side panel. So you can see there, the battery is there, and it's heavily the silicone in. Have to break the silicone to open the seal to look what's inside. And what's happening is they put too much on there, so it's bulging out, and that caused the plastic to flip out and was touching the case. So I need to remove this and try and make it flush in. So this is just a manufacturer error problem here. So it's a nightmare when they do things something like that, slightly out of position. Yep. The Sherman S battery compartment, it's nice, it's all metal. The only thing is on this plastic side, it's got a little groove there where you can put your silicone. That's what they use. They didn't use a proper seal, a rubber seal or a gasket or anything like that, but instead it's a little channel there that you put your silicone in, which is annoying. Obviously with the silicone, once it's sealed in, it's quite difficult to take it out. And as you can see here, it's quite messy as well. It's trying to remove the old silicone. Because of the too much silicone has been used, this was sticking up, and that causes the plastic to warp out, and the wheel hub, motor hub, is rubbing against it. So I took it all out and removed all the excess rubber silicone. I'm gonna reseal it, and hopefully that will be flush in and won't cause the scratch on the motor. So this is all flush in now, and at the other side, nice and flush. All silicone back in with the proper seal, silicone seal. Stops the water going in. Okay, so let's test this Sherman S with a magnet. Yeah, that's quite good. No, it's not. This is stainless steel, which is fantastic. Aluminium. It's not going to rust, and it's got this protection there. I mean, this is better than the EX30 or the Commander Pro. So this is the best cable. The cable is thicker and it's protected by aluminium coil. So again, this is plastic there. The whole thing is plastic. They always have been plastic. The stand is plastic. Okay. Obviously it makes it lighter. This is magnesium alloy, and we've got plastic as well, so not fully magnesium alloy. So you've got magnesium alloy with plastic. The casing that house the control board is magnesium alloy. All the screws are stainless steel, and it's not metal. The beeper is under the light. So this one, the light, that's the Bigodi quality there. Put the beeper behind the light there. exposed to element, although it's got a mud guard here, but you can see signs of mud going up here, but which is still good. There's nothing to it, so even the screws on the battery casing is not gonna rust, which is nice. You can see there's some sealant there, so that indicates this battery cover is waterproof. There's not much about it, just magnesium alloy battery casing on the outside, plastic on the inside. The screw will not rust, which is good. Yeah, straightforward. Okay, the Sherman, the cooling, regarding the cooling, it is very good because this thing is not going to overheat. What you got is the control board mounted to this box, magnesium alloy box, and that is very cold. And also you got the whole body of the metal magnesium alloy body mounted to the case as well, so that sort of like touches it, so it will disperse the heat even more. So basically the whole casing and the control board housing are a heatsink cooler, which is great. Now the waterproofing on the Sherman S is very good. The cover on the control box has rubber seal, and also on the side cover, although it looks like there's no rubber seal or anything like that, but if the any water manages to go into the battery compartment here, inside this wire, before it goes into the battery, there's a plastic box there which has a rubber grommet that surrounds the cable, so that stops the water going into the battery compartment, which is in the plastic box, and which is good. So the Sherman S is definitely waterproof on the compartment, the control board and the battery, which is great. Sherman S, it looks quite nice, and the suspension is very exposed here, but it doesn't come with a cover. But I guess people like looking at that. It looks kind of mean. But eRides has a custom cover that goes over it, and it sort of makes it look rounder, and it feels nice. So yeah, eRides got those in stock, which is a curved cover, just like the Commander Pro, and it's custom made, and it kind of makes the wheel feel good when you ride, with that bit of rubber support there, so it doesn't sort of like hit on this quite hard. And yeah, as I say, the Sherman S suspension is first class. Yeah, it looks strong. It looks like it will last compared to the Commander Pro, which they have to fix that problem. To my opinion, they have to replace those suspension, which I don't think it will last and starts to leak oil. But anyways, this is a Sherman S, and the display button is a bit of quite flat. So charging port on the top. There's no USB or speaker like all the other veteran, Abram or Sherman or Max. Yeah, no blue speaker. No sound speaker. And the stand is okay. It's strong enough, but I won't count on it because it's only holding by 2 screws on the. This is plastic, so it's not metal. And yeah, it's a little bit weak to my standard, but it will do.